Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. You know, at this channel, we're a group of law abiding citizens who aid criminals and their sponsors, their financiers, and their supporters, and most of all, the criminals. So I want you to listen this voice note. It was sent to me. You understand? But the person who is behind the voice note, although the person has disguised his voice, I know who the person is. So I'm just gonna use some little, some codes that the person normally use to talk about himself. Saying he's the great, 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 great. Self-aggrandization is not good. Self-praise. You must let people tell you that you are great. So I want you to listen to the voice note. Most of it, based on the information obtained and the corroboration received from people on the ground in Augustown and Cockburn Pen, the information is correct. Apart from the introduction, in which I am not going to play it because I can tell you that Bully, Ricardo Bully Thomas, I know his mother, I knew his brother that was killed, and I knew Bully before he went to England. Bully is just I can tell you this personally from my point of view. Bully is a nobody to me. I never see him as a good person. From before that guy went to England, that guy was the devil in disguise. And honestly, I know if I was at if I was at Unsby when his reign was going on, it would be a total different thing. But the thing is that I had spoken to him in the two times. I spoke 2 times. I saw him, and because look at corals and common thief and boy went to England and robbed the Jamaicans and come back rich. So because some police were running behind him and licky police, but I was not one of them. So myself and another police officer, who you know who knew Bully before he migrated to England and was deported back to Jamaica. And this guy, because I did not give him any credence or anything like that. I saw him one time at a event in Harborview, and he came up to me and like trying to say that oh, I don't heal him, and oh, may I behave so, and like me and him have something. So I remind him that, look here, we have never been friends and we are not friends. I said, you are a criminal and I am a police officer, I am a detective. My job is not to friend people like you. You are not my friend. I have never liked you and I still do not like you. So he said, oh, so you're one of them who want to kill me. I said, I didn't tell you that. I said, I just don't like you because you're a criminal, period. And you're a backstabber. You're a thief. And you cannot be trusted. I told Ricardo Bully Thomas that I know his mother. His mother is an Indian woman, and she knew me well too. Cause they used to have he used to have a business along with Peck Avenue as a front. When he was the one that. But then he used to have the cable and wireless the phone booths, and he was able to rig it and sell foreign calls from it. That's how he used to make money before he migrated. And he was even behind the killing of Show. He was a bad mind guy from a long time. So when he met his demise at La Rose, from yeah, well, I know that's some from They are saying allegations that it was police officers involved from Unspear, Yelop Kaipo, and it was a work that was funded by Walde, and it was a repayment for his father Toman, and there was no reason for Bully to send goons to kill Toman because Toman is Walde's father, and all of them were all friends. So that goes to show it doesn't matter how much money a man make in life. Everything is all about his ego, and they don't have any communication skills. So, Mr. Great, 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 I want you to know that I am not a fan of Bully, period. Or Walde. I am a fan of no criminals, or BTR, or the likes. From, you find you killing people and stuff like that. I am totally against that, period. And anyone who know me know that is a part of my tenant as a human being. I don't believe in you killing somebody because you feel like. You understand? If you kill somebody, it's supposed to be in self-defense of your life. Or the police, using preemptive strike to save other lives. That's the kind of person I am. So I want you to listen to this voice note. You listen, you watch, and you decide. Peace.
The Cockburn pen. We're gonna start from Ricardo Thomas, otherwise called Bully. Back in a team time when he married as a real evil boss and big top down for Cockburn pen. Bully I never know ordinary done.
Yes, I agree with him. Bully was not an ordinary Dan. Bully was a thief. He was a thief and a bad mind person. And Bully was somebody who was lacking communication skills, and he had an ego problem, and he believed that people should worship him as if he was God, and he's not.
Bully that link with Jacob in all them time there. Bully run Finch Crescent. Finch Crescent is a place in a Cockburn pen. You have Bower Drive, like we have Jacob, you have White King, you have various places, but Bully, him are the man that have the power and thing, and have money behind him. So in the link with the Bitty led gang, which is Jacob, but at the time Bitty was in England. So I must have the Dan on the ground them time, so everything was one link. Then time the Wally did their friend, and Wally not even did I get deported as it. Right? Let me tell you, who is Bully for those who don't know. Bully is a man who have connections with politicians, police. I'm not talking regular police, but in a link with smart fries police, be a top ranking police in link with the government official.
Yes, what he's saying that Bully, link with top ranking police. That is true. From Unspear. He's talking about, Paro Campbell, Oswald here, Bud Spencer, and even at times he would, mention the superintendent name, Mr. Amos, and all of this he was saying is because of his connection with Jugs from Seaview Gardens. That's, Jugs, who is related to Donai Williams. He was the Dan from Seaview. That's the man who brought the first rocket launcher to Jamaica. He's the nephew of O.T. Williams and the cousin of Donai Williams. Jugs, or Warbus. The same one that who was, shot in the back of his head by a police officer from Unspear that he knew, but he, just didn't know that the cop got paid to kill him. The witness to the murder, the guy who was from Seaview was selling. The guy don't want to give any statement in regards to that. And, that is that. So we'll continue the journey. There's a lot of corruption in Jamaica, with police officers. But I can tell you, the only police officer that Bully could not buy was the senior superintendent, Hewitt, Delroy Hewitt, who used to be at Anti-Crime and Kingston West. Yes, when you're talking about the people in Guinea Farm, know Mr. Hewitt, I can tell you that. He's not a perfect police, Some people said some nefarious things about him. I am not going out on a limb in regards to that, because some of the people that I have heard from, they had some not such a squeaky record when it comes on to credibility and character, so I'll just leave it at that. But Bully could not buy Delroy Hewitt, the senior superintendent of police, who was in charge at Unspear at the time when he was killed. That's the only high-ranking police at Unspear he could not buy. For some reason, Mr. Hewitt did not like him. So we'll continue the journey.
These people all born, all walks. Bully run wanted for 4 years. All during them time the Bully run wanted. Police are drive past Bully, hail Bully, stop a Bully foot, beg him money. Police are drive and escort Bully. To show you how him so powerful. Them time the kingfisher run the place. So everywhere Bully a pull up, any party him a go, anywhere him a go, 2 or 3 kingfish.
So, based on this man's, delivery and, giving us an update about Bully's lifestyle, then, larger than life, wanted and have police in it. It seemed like, based on what he's saying, it seemed like he has primary and direct evidence to all of these things. But it would be refreshing if you would call the police officer's name who were close and aligned with Bully. I know one of them, this police officer do not know me, because I never worked with him. He was a uniform police by the name of Carnegie. Don't know this police officer, but I know that he was, people from Cockburn Pen, know that he was, aligned with Bully and providing protection for him, and sometimes give Bully gunshots and stuff like that. I don't know where he is now. Never work with this police officer. But we'll continue the journey. So to show, corruption. This man, Bully, wasn't an angel, He was the devil. Believe you me. So we'll continue the journey.
Police tonight. And I tell us that the man wanted, Bully keep party. The year-to-year party where rifle keep over British link up. Keep over Larus over Pomor. 1 year. A man look a fighting at the party. A boom a select. So Bully walk over to him and said to him, say, yo, where are the youth? How much you want to come a shouting party? So the youth not knowing Bully, but chuck Bully. So say the youth them back a Bully, them not take no talk and them carry them gun anywhere. 8 people get shot that night there. 1 dead. You have to try to show you all.
Yeah, so, listen to this man narration of, what happened over by Larus, when a member of, Black Roses kind of was shot and killed, and police see some license guns and stuff like that, and people was charged, and not for the out of the shooting, not for the death of the man, but for other firearm breaches, but these people were exonerated by the court. But listen to this narrator, trying to show you people's IQ is very, very small. Here is a man, he's putting on a pedestal, a criminal, What has Bully done to improve the lives of the people in Cockburn Pen? Nothing. But here's a man that he's putting on a pedestal, like this man is larger than life, and the man is a criminal. Bully is not like Bully is a scientist and find the cure for AIDS or anything like that. Or Bully has, magically find a way for people to communicate telepathy. And this man here is putting Bully, on this pedestal like he was some god, and and the men who travel around and never leave their guns, and so how he was able to travel around with men with guns, and it took so long before he was taken out. This don't make any sense at all. Unless the police in Jamaica were super corrupt, then and I know that it wasn't Unspe police area alone, as he said that police would be begging Bully, and wow, so we'll continue the journey. But all I can say, Bully was no hero. Bully was a devil. Orchestrate the death of many people in Cockburn Pen and elsewhere. And I have no, when Bully, when he was taken out, it was, instead of police doing it, somebody else did it for the police, because he was a nuisance to the people in Cockburn Pen and elsewhere in the Kingston metropolitan area and other parts of Jamaica. So we'll continue the journey. Yeah, so we're going to pause it right here to my loyal viewers and subscribers. And, this is the end of part 1. So part 2 is coming up soon. And you'll hear, these guys plan and kill, Go West, who they call Jaja. And it's such a cowardly and wicked act, because the reason why I'm saying that, to show you that criminal have no loyalty, Go West is the man why Errol Muscle Johnson is not in prison. Did not went to prison when he was arrested and charged with the illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. And he's the same one who's behind the death of this man. So you don't want, is one of the wickedest act ever. But that's how it is, when you are a criminal. So, Go West live in the community. Go West wasn't a gunman or anything like that, but he was, as I say, a part of the system. And, it comes with the territory. Once you want to be like, a part of the criminal outfit of your community. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out. Part 2 coming soon.